The 8.8 magnitude earthquake in Kamchatka shook the world on July 30th, 2025. It was one of the most powerful in recent decades. But if you believe this was the end of this particular chapter, you are vastly mistaken. The Kamchatka earthquake is merely the beginning of a new phase of escalating catastrophes. And this is precisely what we warned about. The strength and frequency of earthquakes will continue to rise because the planet has entered a phase of large-scale geodynamic transformation. In this video address, I will explain why the 8.8 mega earthquake occurred in Kamchatka, its true cause, and most importantly, why this event is only one element of a far more dangerous process already unfolding across the entire globe. The illusion of safety is the most dangerous self-deception of our time. A resident of Los Angeles, Istanbul, or Tokyo reading the news about Kamchatka might have thought, that's far away, that doesn't concern me. But that is a delusion. What happened in Kamchatka is not an isolated incident. It is a symptom. It is a clear and unmistakable signal that the global geodynamic system of our planet has entered a stage of active, catastrophic breakdown. Beneath the apparent chaos of natural disasters lies a strict regularity. The Kamchatka earthquake was no accident. It was a direct consequence of processes that began decades ago. Processes we have warned you about many times over. In today's address, I will present irrefutable evidence that ALLATRA repeatedly warned of the high likelihood of such events. The mechanism behind this earthquake is tied to processes the Russian Academy of Sciences prefers not to disclose. This is not simply stress building up between two tectonic plates. This is stress driven by the pressure of the colossal Siberian magma plume against the entire Siberian lithospheric plate. The enormous Siberian magma plume, a rising stream of superheated material from deep within the Earth, is actively exerting pressure on the lithosphere of Siberia. The zone of magmatic flow dispersion spans up to 2,500 to 3,000 kilometers, roughly 1,550 to 1,860 miles, an area comparable in size to that of the entire continent of Australia. This colossal phenomenon affects not only the heart of Siberia. How could the pressure from a massive magma plume in the center of Eurasia lead to an earthquake thousands of kilometers away on its Pacific rim? The mechanism is simple and as inexorable as the laws of physics. I will describe it as a hydraulic piston effect. Imagine the Siberian plume as a piston, pressing upward with tremendous force against the lithosphere. But the Siberian platform is an ancient, rigid, and monolithic structure. It does not bend or fracture in the middle. Instead, like a solid piece of armor, it transmits this immense stress across the entire Eurasian plate towards its outer edges. It is precisely at those edges where the plate collides with others that this stress becomes concentrated. We call this the edge effects of the plate. The magnitude 8.8 earthquake that struck Kamchatka represents a textbook example of an edge effect.